What is going on, guys? This is the Inside the Blue podcast, episode number 18, and today we're breaking down Game 2 and Game number 3 of the New York Rangers and the New Jersey Devils playoff series, and let's get right into it. So the Rangers took down the New Jersey Devils 5-1 in Game 2. Similar to Game 1, they had a really good game. A lot of scoring from different players. Chris Kreider continuing his dominance against the Devils. And, that's just how that game number 2 went. Patrick Kane had 3 points in that game. And Igor Shesterkin didn't have to do too much. He stopped 22 of 23. And just showed why he was better than Vitek Vanecek in that game 2. And he's been at... for Game 1 and 2, just much better than Vitek. He's simply the better goalie and the best goalie in this series. No matter who the Rangers play, Igor Shesterkin is better than, and that's not just me trying to be biased. I think we all know that. But the Rangers have done a good enough job in stopping Jack Hughes. He did score in Game 1 and 3, but I think in that 2-game split in New Jersey, I thought the Rangers did a pretty good job on Jack Hughes. His only goal was from a penalty shot in Game 1. In Game 3, he had a power play goal. Really good shot from Jack Hughes. And that's what happens, when you give Jack Hughes that time and space. He will definitely snipe your goalie. And, the Rangers did play an even better game in Game 2 than Game 1, too. In Game 2, they shot 21.7%. In Game 1, they shot 16.7%. So that was definitely an improvement for Game 2. And also their faceoffs were slightly better in that category as well. Faceoffs have been bad for the Rangers, in my opinion. Just another playoffs where the Rangers struggle on the faceoff dot. And in their zone too. You cannot lose faceoffs in your own zone, and even in the offensive zone. I think Vinny Trocheck is your best centerman at faceoffs, but I think even Filipino's been pretty good on faceoffs as well, and he's been pretty bad on faceoffs in the regular season. So that's good for him. But you played a good game too, and. I thought Chris Kreider was good again in Game 2. I thought Patrick Kane was good in Game 2. I think there was a lot of Rangers that had really good games in Game 2. But I think, Game 3, I thought they played another good game. It was pretty close in terms of stats, aside from the score. It's just overtime. One team has to win, and it only takes one goal, and Dougie Hamilton got the game winner in Game 3 off a nice shot. And, what are you going to do? I don't know if I mentioned this, but I just thought at the Garden they were going to split. I don't think you could have told me that the Rangers were going to win all 4 games against a good New Jersey team that's also very strong on the road. I didn't see it. Personally, I just thought it's going to be a really long series, and it's not going to be a quick series. But, those first 2 games, it looked like the Rangers were definitely going to win in 4. So, I couldn't say I don't blame you for thinking the Rangers were going to win all 4 games. But I thought the Rangers just did a really good job winning those 2 games at the Prudential Center. Winning those 2 games on the road it's not easy, for sure. Winning on the road is not easy. It takes a lot of hard work and, focus. And I thought they did a good job on that. Game 3, I don't really know how to put this into words, but they definitely didn't play bad either. This was not a bad game for the Rangers. It's just, their only goals that you have not allowed an even strength goal yet. Eric Haller's goal, power play. Jack Hughes' second goal of the series, power play. Jack Hughes' first goal of the series was a penalty shot, and then overtime from Dougie Hamilton. So, in regulation, you have not allowed a 5-on-5 goal. It's been some sort of different type of situation rather than just a 5-on-5 goal. So that's good for the defense. I think going into this series, defense was definitely one of the main question marks. How is this team going to play defensively? What are we going to get out of maybe, Keandre Miller? There's a lot of, speculation with him because of, his recent struggles. I don't think he's been playing terrible, but it's definitely not the Keandre Miller we saw in last year's playoff series, where he was all over the ice, skating well. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's confidence, or I don't know what it is, but definitely if you can get Keandre Miller back to that last year playoff form, you could be even better than you are right now. And getting goals from your defense is, in my opinion, it's kind of underrated. If you can get your defense joining in the rush a lot and just playing smart, you could be a really good team. And I don't think this Rangers team has been bad at all in these 3 games. It's a long series. You're up 2-1 in the series. Definitely win Game 4. I think Game 4 is super important. You don't want to go back to New Jersey at a series tied 2-2. But, whatever happens in Game 4 happens. You can't, you want to be up 3-1, obviously, and that's the goal. And, put this game 3 behind you. And I think the Rangers have done a good job bouncing back in games. And, Igor Shesterkin's your goaltender, so by no means did he have a bad game either. He had a really good game against the New Jersey Devils, and he's had a good series all series long. It's not like he's been struggling whatsoever. I think he's got like a .950 save percentage right now, so definitely not complaining about those numbers. And he's been really good so far. But even in Game 2, Game 2 the power play was very good. Game 3. 0 for 5, bad. Very bad. Devils adjusted, bad. So, good on the Devils' part for adjusting because, it was only a matter of time they were going to have to adjust to what the Rangers were doing with Chris Kreider. And it was pretty easy. He was just deflecting in shots, and that's what he's so good at. But, we look at the stats. Chris Kreider was at a 27.7 power play goals per 60. That is insane. The all-time leader is Leon Draisaitl, and he's at 3.5. So, to get Chris Kreider at a rate like that, you obviously want that. But, I don't think that is what you're going to get. It's really hard to stay on that type of pace, and I think the Devils adjusted really well. But, it's still a small sample size. They've only played 3 games. Kreider's goals per 60, 6.071. Kane's assists per 60 is 5.4. So, those are just some advanced stats. If you don't understand them, don't worry about them. I just like to put them in because they're cool to me. I'm kind of like a stat guy. Just like Steve Valiquette. He's a big stat guy as well. But, we look at Game 3 now. Let's mainly focus about Game 3. First game at MSG, crowd was loud. I saw a bunch of people send me videos where they were sitting and everything. That's what MSG is. It's a fun arena. It gets loud, and the Rangers feed off that crowd very well. But we saw some new things in Game 3. No power play goals for the Rangers. That was something they've been doing really well in Game 1 and Game 2 is getting goals in the power play and, feeding off of the Devils' mistakes. This game, no power play goals. Only goal was from Chris Kreider at 5-on-5. And also a new goaltender as well. Schmid played in his first postseason game and played pretty darn well. I think he made 30-plus saves in that game, so his .920 save percentage in the regular season was no fluke. So he's a solid goaltender, and he doesn't move much either. Something that Ray Ferraro picked up is he makes very little steps to get to the goaltender. So you got to make a move a lot. But I expected a bounce back from New Jersey, and I definitely saw one. They definitely adjusted to what their mistakes were very well. and especially the penalty kill was much better for them. So I wonder how the Rangers are gonna, fix. I wouldn't say necessarily fix the power play but what they're gonna do differently is definitely what I question. And on the road in the regular season, the Devils are a very good team. They've only lost 9 games in regulation, 4 of those in overtime, and they have a 27-9-4 record on the road. And now they're 1-0 in the postseason. So Rangers just need to keep playing how they're playing. I think they've been playing fine. It's not like they've been playing bad. They didn't play bad either in this game, game 3. So, a lot to look forward to game 4. So, the sweep is out of the equation, but they got to win game 4. I mean, game 4 was honestly, it's kind of like game 2. I mean, if you could win that game and then head back, it'd be huge. If you could win game 4 and go up 3-1 in the series. And yeah, so, the Rangers need to win this series, and, a lot of hockey left for sure. And I mean, we look at Game 3 on the chances. Rangers had 6 high danger chances. They scored on 1 of those. That was from Chris Kreider. They had 7 middle danger chances, no goals, and 14 low danger chances on Schmeier, but he stopped them all. And now we look at the Devils. They scored 2 goals on high danger chances, and I think the Rangers. I think the problem with you is the goals they've been allowing have been high danger. So that's definitely something that I would like to see them address, is how they will fix the, letting up high danger opportunities on Igor Shesterkin. But, they had, mainly low danger chances, which was tied with 14, and only 1 middle danger chance. So, my question is how will this play out for game number 4? Chris Kreider has definitely been the main guy, 5 goals in 3 games. So when are the Devils really going to try and stop him and get him off the score sheet? Because he scored in every single game. So, I mean, it'll be interesting on how they adjust to that. But, it'll be interesting. This is a fun series, man. This is playoff hockey. Stay cool. I mean, there's nothing really to panic about right now. You're up 2-1 in the series. It's a must-win game 4. And, the Devils got their fun in game 3, winning that overtime game. But the Rangers have still been putting up amazing pressure. So it's not like this was a game where the Devils, won in overtime and they dominated. No, this was a pretty even game. Rangers put on a ton of pressure on them, and it's going to be a good series throughout. But this has been the Inside the Booth podcast. It's been episode number 18. It's your host, Vin. As always, let's go Rangers. Stay safe out there, and see ya. Peace.